stolen as former slaves were discovered underneath. 2. Between 20 and 30% of all stolen Africans brought to America as slaves were Muslim. 3. A letter on behalf of the Cordoba Center by one such slave. Bismillah is an unspoken song on the tongues of the forgotten. Ever wonder where you will pray when your skin has abandoned you? Or what religion is your skeleton? A note for Manhattan City residents and Mr. President: if cemeteries have zip codes, airmail this poem to my mother, courtesy of a masjid's wing holding my father's tear. This is New York. Have you forgotten cities are built not by steel, but bones? That breath is turquoise-colored accessory of skeletons wearing mahogany skin like Friday Prayer Best. Bed-Stuy bones have a project runway dream, to run away from the projects. Tired of being told our shade is out of season by men in midnight blue suits with badge who attempt to tie a 2-thumb-thick bow tie noose around our neck. Strange fruit is back. It is the new and the old black, in time for spring season. Muslims again, the design breathing, chest heaving, swinging from government branch limbs. Dear America, I interrupt your tea party with reminders of the ancestral legacy that picked those leaves you sip. They say 30% of all slaves stolen from Africa were Muslim, denied prayer on ships, lynched and mocked, whips for the worshiping, shot for salat, slaves to the dollar, enslaving slaves of Allah. When you built the World Trade Cemetery over our coffins, did Senegalese mothers hold drum circle protests at construction companies for the steel saliva you layered on their children? New York City living pretty luxurious brag about how little skin they own, that one can see their bones through their ribcage as if Prada fashioned design mannequins after our auction block melanin. In 2002, 20,000 African slaves were discovered underneath the catwalk modeling states of decay in the basement of what is called the World Trade Center. Slaves, models, both believe in God. One tolerated for invoking the name and anorexia's reverse communion, who practices Ramadan 365 days a year. Stomach-lining sacrifices offering to porcelain altars in city-subsidized stalls and clubs. The other child hides, no one seeks, holding song of Quran in decomposed lung for 3 centuries. The sum of Salahuddin's sons and daughters under 103 steel exhales, separated from the Ummah by a cracked twin tear. Only homage to memory, street cipher testimony, a windmill breakdance spin cycle of 7 for circles never made around the Kaaba in Mecca, Cordoba. Thank you for daring to call a den in a den of lions illiterate to love. They called our cemetery Ground Zero, de facto nicknaming us in La Tierra, negative below the absence of their value. America, tell us in this space, moment, century, as you stand over our grave, that 20,000 spirits of Muslim African slaves still do not have a right nor a place to pray. New York, your building zones built homes upon our bones. Must you again deny us in death our rights you denied us in life? We deserve, after 3 centuries, to finally say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Know our prayers end as they always do. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. May Allah's peace and blessings be upon all. And to you, sincerely signed X, 19,995.